Hi guys, welcome back to our tutorial series. I believe last time we left off we just created a MouseLook script for our player using JavaScript, and in this tutorial I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to be showing you how it's done using C#. So let's start off. First things first, click on your FPS script folder and click on create, and then click on C# script. Let's rename the script to FPS MouseLook C#. It's a bad name, but hey, what can you do? Enter. Let's open our script in Mono Development. Right, as you can see, as soon as C# opens, you have two predefined functions, update and start, and on top of that you see something new, public class, new behavior script. Now I just want to let you guys know, in C# everything has to be within the public class. If it's outside of public class, it doesn't count it. It's gonna say it's an error. So for example, if I was to create a new function, I would say void, let's just say look at, open bracket, close bracket. As you can see, it's a mistake, it's not reading it. So if we go back to Unity, we get an error message. Yeah, as you can see, the error message comes, and we don't want that. It's just a heads up notice to all you guys out there. So make sure everything you create, including new functions and your variables, are stored within the public class. So if I move this and paste it under our update, you can see that it accepts it. And if you go back to Unity, the error is gonna go. Fantastic, there we go. So yeah, just a little heads up warning. Keep an eye on this. Make sure you have all your functions defined within public class and your variables. Now your variables normally in Java would be on top of the function, on the very top, but in C it has to be on top of your function within public class. So I have to put it on top of void start, and then you can define your variable over here. But before we do start, I just want to let you guys know that in this tutorial I will not be explaining as much as I did in the JavaScript tutorials, because it does the exact same thing. The lines do exactly the same thing, but I'm just going to show you how you write the same script within C#, because both of them, Java and JavaScript and C#, both use different syntax. And if you try and copy and paste JavaScript, the JavaScript we wrote into here, it's going to give you error messages. That's because in C# everything is written differently. So let's go ahead and start. Now if you remember, in our last script we first of all defined a enum, and that holds our mouse positions, mouse Y and mouse X. So let's define that first. So public enum, make sure there's no capitals, and we're going to give it a name, rotation axes, open curly brace, mouse X dot, nope, not dot, equals 1, comma, mouse Y equals 2, close curly brace. Save it. Now at the moment this will not be viewable in our inspector mode because there's nothing bringing it up. So let's declare a new variable that will make it visible in our inspector mode. Let's call this public rotation axis From the enum, we're going to define a new name within the rotation axes called rot x and y. It's going to be equal to our rotation axes dot mouse x and or rotation axes dot mouse y. So it's going to be equal to our rotation axes within the enum. If I save this and I'm going to drag this new script onto our player, so drag your C# script onto the main player. An error. Now I know this error is going to come, but I left it out so I can show you guys. Basically it's saying cannot add script behavior FPS MouseLook C#. The script file name does not match the name of the class defined in the script. Now what it's saying is, in our script our public class is called new behavior script, and in Unity we have no script that's called new behavior script, so it's thinking it doesn't exist. So in order to fix that error, copy your script name, your C# script, copy it, go back to your script and replace new behavior script with your script name. So now if you try and attach it, make sure you save it. It knows that it's gonna attach this script and the data within this script. There we go. Yep, as you can see, our rotation x and y is showing. That's good, perfect. Let's just save our scene. Go back to modern development and let's start defining our variables needed for our x-axis and our y-axis. Let's start with the y-axis. I'm just gonna put x, sorry, not y. I'm just gonna put a comment x-axis. Now, the difference between Java and C#. In Java, you will write your variables like this: var sensitivity x. We're going to define it as a type float, and it's going to be equal to 400. Now in Java, that's how we define the sensitivity, as in a float. But as you can see, C# isn't like that at all. It's because they both have their own separate syntax, and if you would want to write the same code, same line in C#, it would be float sensitivity x equals 400. So basically, in C#, you have to remember this now. In C#, if you want to declare a variable, it has to be the type first, then the name, and then your value. Types are such things as float, enum, game objects, audio clip, and you name it. And then once you define the type, then you give it a name. So in this case, we want the sensitivity and we want it as a float, so we'll say float, and we want to call it sensitivity, and then you pass it its value. So just keep in mind, in C#, any defined variable would start with its type first. At the moment, this will not be viewable in our inspector mode. I'll show you. See, it's updated but nothing shows. Let's go back in the script. To fix that, all you need to do is put public in front of this. Save it. Oops. There we go. If you make it public, it's viewable to us in the inspector mode. if you leave it as nothing, if you leave it as float sensitivity equals 400, it's going to keep it hidden within the script. Okay, so that's how you define variables in C#. Let's make a next variable, which will be our minimum and maximum for our X rotation. So public float minimum X equals minus 360. Public float maximum X equals 360.